Leaves it with the back. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 on the 28.
It's just simply a simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's O'Neal. Buys a little time. And he's left with no option, he just threw it away.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously so he's outside the tackle box. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another day.
And he runs back to the races. They tripped up at the 36.
It's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground.
Man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need to push up front, too. You got to move those defensive linemen out of the way. At least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have it.
Steps away. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you've got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
On 4th down, going to the air. Got it past the mark. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up the first down. The Hokies are moving quickly down the field. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front that we saw in that last play.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. They get it on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open up for the passing.
Big fullback Scott. Snowed under by the defense.
Game of 2. It's now 3rd and goal.
They've controlled the ball on this opening drive. Play number 10 brings us to 3rd and goal. They'll run the sneak for it. Wedges, pushes, and he's over.
After that touchdown, the Lane Stadium is absolutely going crazy. This is one of the great environments and best fan bases in all of college football. Exit right, enter night.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Now to kick it off after punching it over the touchdown. Fair catch, called for and made. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Finds Zach Reese, and he's got 4 after the 29.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6.
Virginia Tech
They'll run it from the gun. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Smashes through. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when they get there. They're so big, so strong. And those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
They'll leave it with him. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. The Bears will line it up on 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. They're trying to get to it. And the double coverage, and it's intercepted. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. The defense dialed up the pressure, and they hit the quarterback, and that led to the pick.
No doubt about it, Reese. Pressure affects the quarterback's accuracy. Just was not able to set his feet on that throw. Ball got away from him a little bit. And of course, that led to the interception.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damage when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
To the air, it's O'Neal. Working that left side. Out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling for the first down.
And that's the danger. You've got a receiver like that. If you blitz and you're playing man coverage, he's one-on-one, and he's going to burn you if you don't get home to the quarterback.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He'll come out throwing on first down. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Good decision by your QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and look to play another day.
Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. They make the stop after the catch. It's still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Offenses and quarterbacks to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Hokies moving quickly to the line. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He's got him, and they convert. Slippery slide. Finding this one, and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
Makes the catch and takes it
How do you not love the guts of this offense? 4th down, it's just another down. What they do, stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
14, Baylor, 0.
Coming out with it, it's Branch. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop it at the 16.
Will take over, 1st and 10.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really concerned turnovers, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You've got to be so smart. You're going to be aggressive with your decision.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. To the air, it's Carr. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
But when you're running the curl route against zone coverage as a QB, you know you've got to get the receiver the ball quickly. This quarterback has a cannon for an arm. He showed you on that last throw, and the offense picks up the first down.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires to the right. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup.
And the wide receivers have to understand what part of the field they're on. I got to make sure I have enough space when I run those out routes. And when I break, I can catch the football and try to get upfield, get a few more yards. He runs out of space, but he got the catch and got some positive yards.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
And on that outbreaking route, really it's designed for the receiver to make the catch before falling out of bounds. Nice timing and anticipation by the quarterback on that throw.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. He's got it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. The kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive.
Virginia Tech, 14, Baylor, 3.
And the Bears will number 9 to start the second half. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Didn't find any place in that kickoff coverage, and he'll stop at the 17.
Take over, 1st and 10.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in already. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. As always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him, so I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
I'm talking about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
And off from the shotgun. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short play.
I never know if it's correct to say a team is being unphysical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Will they keep it on the ground again here on 3rd down? Breaks the tackle. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Fires into traffic, and it's picked off. Takes it the other way. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Baylor! How about that D coming up with a play like that?
Number 9.
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking 4th down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
To throw, it's Carr. Makes the grab for the two-point conversion as they come further into that lead.
Successful and makes the score. Virginia Tech 14, Baylor 11.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. We're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to throw on 2nd down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Throws into double coverage and it's picked up. And he's brought down and his defense gets the ball back.
Take over. First and
I
10.
tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. 2nd interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You want him to try the other side of the field.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Pressure coming. And he needs to get rid. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible play and a big loss.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Virginia Tech 14, Baylor
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll run it. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Carr. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Hey, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job of ball support.
And here we go. Down the score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Now he got done, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety. So after taking the safety, they'll line up for a free kick from their own 20. Just needs a crack to get a return. They get him stopped, but he found a couple of cracks in that cover team and gets it out to the 43. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call it a situation 4-minute offense where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult part of the game to execute high level.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, and walk out with the ball.
A run up the middle is stopped for no gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They got nothing the ground trying to pull the plug on this clock.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football, you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this third down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
The run from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Hokies will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now.
He's off to the races. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. They're going to ride this running back. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left.
And it's a great play by the defense. They do the most athletic plays on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
The DBs will back off a bit. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Back to pass, it's Carr. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the right. Pulls it in. Now 7 defensive backs on the field getting ready for a passing down. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big time players make